going on? It's your boy OP. Welcome back to another video. Part 4, 5, 6, 3. I don't know. This is most likely part 4. But, let's get straight into this.
What the hell? I gotta. This is insane. What killed him?
I'm high on gas.
Damn. The gas.
Fuck.
Oh. My head.
Later. We need to move on.
Pierce woke up in an asylum installed in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. He met Dr. Colden, a female friend of Bradley, who helped him to escape, wandering through the corridors of this place where Dr. Fuller reigned supreme. Pierce was able to talk to a man called Francis Sanders. Before dying in full view of the detective, he accused Sarah Hawkins of being the cause of his torments. Pierce finally left the accursed building, accompanied by Bradley and Colden. The companions in misfortune decide to use the Hawkins mansion as a hideout. What a good fucking idea. Let's go back to the place where this all began. Uh-oh.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
That man is toying with it. You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller. And a nurse. Blood. Everywhere. My legs. Pain. I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course. He's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
didn't see what, but something was there, with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Pierce Golden and Bradley decided to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow. Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter, who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died. Here we go.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
He started raving, screaming that a dimensional shambler had found him.
Oh, mercy, that story again. Why have him interned?
That was when he began to convulse and twist with pain. Or terror, it's hard to tell.
I beg your pardon?
I'm not really sure of what I saw, or what I didn't see. But it's best that you weren't there.
I should have been there. What you're telling me is outrageous. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Mrs. Sanders, I understand your grief, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. But I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I've just arrived on Darkwater. I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
The death of the Hawkins family? You mean it was not an accident? This accursed island knows only tragedy after tragedy. You too would be advised to flee it like the plague. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
Fuck
It is
yeah!
my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
I will take the longest time possible to investigate every
The
little
day
detail.
the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives. A house of artists. Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Huh. Alright,
He
let's see.
finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? She didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated. Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins? The Shambler. I need to see it.
Oh, that's not it.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Don't know what that is.
I could use one of those.
The whale and the cod.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Kind of a secretary of monsters and non creatures getting to believe that they play.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
No. Ha!
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Oh. Oh, God.
The public entrance to the gallery. The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
I have a feeling I'm gonna need that. This is just fucking great. can't see or hear.
What the hell was that?
Game over. We can skip this.
What the hell was that?
Fear no evil, see no evil, taste no evil, feel no evil, see no evil, taste no evil. Did I lose it? How do I know if I lost it? What am I supposed to do right now?
What the hell was that?
Fear no evil, see no evil, taste no evil, feel no evil, see no evil, taste no evil. La, 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 la. This shit is way too loud. Voice can go back up some. Why do I need a crosshair? Bro, this fucking thing can go fuck itself.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
I'm good. Hi! Fear no evil, see no evil, taste no evil, feel no evil, see no evil, taste no evil, feel no evil.
Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
I can't fucking stand this game. Go chase somebody else, you fucking prick. Fuck up! Fuck off, cunt!
Damn it! I have to use a specific dagger.
Yeah, what fucking dagger?
Oh god.
How'd you know I was in here, dickwad?
What the hell was that?
Fuck off, 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 fuck off. I'm running circles around you. Go fuck your mother. How about that?
Damn. This dagger looks different.
Come investigate, asshat. No, go fuck off. Apparently I chose the right one. Yeah, fuck off back into your hole, dickwad. Yay!
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Yes!
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
The creature. This dagger was the only weapon capable of pushing it back. This antique dealer has a good knowledge of the occult. I have nothing to lose by meeting him.
You've got your spunk back. Go where you want. I'm staying here to talk business with Irene.
Something ain't right around here. The Nameless Bookstore. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back into the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the Nameless Bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the librarian a visit. Well, yeah, let's go pay this fucking weirdo. $20 has he offed himself.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. Where's the bookseller?
Hello? I'll take that. Take that. All this better be coming free of charge. I ain't paying shit.
What happened here?
Do an investigation, shall we?
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work. No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then? What killed all these animals? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in the safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case. What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
This key that bears the Elder sign is the only one able to protect your sight. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the Atar and the branch, whose purpose was to push back the forces of the Great Old Ones, were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawking that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. Impress cuttings that mention the misdemeanor. The date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawking's trips of Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Yes. Yes, they are.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
The page seems to be hidden here. It is possible to read. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality, in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother, if she is still of this world. Following messages of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe. And the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered. Even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents to the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The contents of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. I don't get it.
What a strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
What am I looking for?
Arkham editions. Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham editions. Arkham editions. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham editions.
Wait a second.
Arkham editions. Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham editions. Arkham editions. Never heard of. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham editions. Arkham editions. Never heard of them. Things are not looking good. A kind of chalice. A kind of chalice.
I don't get it. What else am I looking for here?
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Would you read the book?
What does
Yes.
this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
I wonder. There's something else in here. Surely. Wait a second. Let's look at these. What is this? Edison Records, Dyson Records, and Edison Records.
How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Edison. Let's
How
see,
many
does it
volumes
say
are there in
Edison?
this collection?
Edison.
Another volume by
Edison,
Arkham Editions.
Edison.
How many volumes are there in this? Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Edison.
Arkham Editions. Never heard. How
Edison?
many volumes are there in this collection? An old diary. A kind of chalice.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham Editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
The Queen has little protection.
3. Hang on.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
It's 4. Isn't it? Volume 9.
Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
I don't get it. 9 is 3. Alright, that's that. And then there are 1, 2, 3 pieces left to protect. I'm a fucking god! No, I'm just kidding. I'm just smart. Why would you open it and read it, though? Yeah, you're fucking stupid. That's just what you are. You're just fucking stupid. Put me in the water! Oh, Riverside Institute. In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Peers over the bookseller's safe to find what the latter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin. Light inside, irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Whose body am I in? Who am I playing as? Probably somebody stupid. Alright guys, we're out of time for this episode. I don't want to get started on more, and we're like 50 minutes in. So, I appreciate your faces. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye. Thank you for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe and like and turn the post notifications on so you don't miss out on any future episodes.